4th of July weekend is here. Time to fight through some traffic, eat some meat tubes, and pray that you can find a parking spot. Our original plan for the weekend was to avoid the hellscape of I-70 by going down south to Crested Butte to go take pictures of wildflowers. After not fully recovering from the work week behind us, we bailed on that plan and decided to tackle the demon itself head on and head to the Georgetown 4th of July parade. This trip I'm joined by Hannah, my ride-or-die girlfriend, and Moose, the fun-loving sidekick that will definitely steal the show at some point. After literally blowing the dust off my boots and wrangling all 6 pounds of pure harness hate into a harness, we finally started to make our way down to downtown Georgetown. On this trip, I would be packing the Leica M240, a 24 megapixel digital rangefinder style camera that had a couple quirks. More on that later. On this bad boy, I have the Voigtlaender 35mm f2.5. What I didn't realize at the time was my Leica M240 was starting to show some of those quirks I mentioned earlier. For those who don't know, the Leica M240 was the predecessor to the M9, which had a CCD sensor, which basically meant that every time you took a picture, every row/column of pixels would be red, instead of what we have now, which is a CMOS sensor, which reads every single pixel every time you hit the shutter. This is important because a pixel by pixel, or a CMOS sensor, has the ability to read out frames a lot fast, but it also has a tendency of overloading the other hardware in the camera, which creates this slowdown effect. So after I was smacking the shutter harder than a Capri Sun on a hot day, the Leica M240 actually started to lock up and lose pictures, which I didn't know because I didn't look at the camera. We continue to walk towards Main Street, which also gives me the opportunity to talk about why I'm just walking around taking pictures of strangers on the 4th of July instead of eating hot dogs. Since I've started my photography career, I've been largely focused in the sports/action photography realm. For the past couple of years, I've been amazed with creators that have been able to just grab their camera, walk out the door, and create these magical moments out of nothing. This is very hard for me because in the action or sports realm, you often have an idea of where the subject's going, how many subjects there's going to be, how many times they can do the thing that you need them to do. But in street photography and architectural photography, you may get a shot. You may have one chance, or your camera might just freeze up on you and you just lose everything. Oh, also I wanted to learn how to zone focus because shit's just magical. After dipping into some of the local shops and taking a short-legged, friendly break, I decided to break off and do some solo exploring and just see what I can get around the perimeter of the parade. After finishing a lap around the parade perimeter, and after hearing murmurs of people sprinting away from the parade to go get this magical barbecue that was happening in the park later that day, Hannah and I decided to bail on watching the parade and kind of head back. On the way back, I realized that the M240 wasn't taking any more pictures and had a constant red flashing light at the bottom, signaling that it was just buffering. I gave it a couple minutes, didn't go away. So unfortunately, some of the pictures I took on the way back from the parade are lost to the photo gods. So you remember when we were walking past all the parade floats, getting ready, trying to get to Main Street? Well, in order to get Moose back in time from his lunch, we had to walk back that same path. So we're walking in the path of the parade float. Little did 19-week-old Moose know that all these people didn't show up just to see him walk down the street. Also, we were very lucky that we didn't get run over by this armored truck full of kids. And I was able to get some shots of everybody prepping. So what did we learn? One, sometimes the change of plans is actually a good thing and you should just go with the flow. Taking the time to set up shots is better than rapid firing the shutter and rolling the dice to see if you lose photos. And don't mess with Moose's lunchtime.